So I just bought the full suit I saw behind the window shop. When a man wants to look elegant, but also stylish, and also has the desire to give a touch of personality, tend to ask the help of so-called pocket square. In Italy we call it fazzoletto da taschino, or very often even with the French word pochette. The problem is when you use something that you are not used to use, you don't know how to use it. Do you think I overused the word use? You use it according to some kind of misplaced common sense, friends' advice, partners' advice, or even worse, just reading a couple of lines on a blog. Let me tell you 5 mistakes that you should absolutely avoid. And already avoiding these mistakes, probably you will do the right thing. First one, okay, let's imagine that you have to wear it with a tie. It often happens, they go really well together if you know how to match them. That's the point. The worst and most common mistake is to match it fully, completely with the tie. It happens very frequently because there are some shops that offer it and sell it that way. But why? That's awful. It's really like putting on your forehead a label like, I don't know anything about clothing, elegance and stuff like that, so I just bought the full suit I saw behind the window shop, and I'm going around that way. Here I'm talking about having on the pocket square exactly the same pattern of your tie. Never do that. Really, never. Other topic is to match it in a more indirect way. So having something that recall what you have on your tie, that's absolutely fine. That's actually very elegant, and the more it grows the level of formality, the more you should follow that approach. Second one, well, that's also quite common, usually is the typical mistake of people who really want to make the others feel that they know how to dress. So they match the pocket square with their socks. Really, I think there's nothing worse than that. Among the all mistakes you can do with the pocket square, that's really the worst, because it really gives the idea that you thought about that, you really designed it. So, as such, is awful. If you remember the video that I made about Italian style and sprezzatura, well, you will clearly understand why. If you missed it, go back. Third one, the mistake made by those men who wear a pocket square and want everybody to notice it. They want to be sure that you see that pocket square. And that's what I call the tongue of the cow. What's that? What's the elegance behind it? What's the purpose? What's the style? Really, stop it. Stop to dress up the way you see on magazines. Fourth one, the white pocket square. Please, no. But how comes? It's the most common. Every second person who wears a pocket square has a white one. Yes, and so the white pocket square creates more problems than the one that is supposed to solve. And I will dedicate a specific video to this because it really needs time. It's a proper analysis of what is not technically working in it. I also understand that it's very spread, very used, because you have to imagine that in the past only people with a role attending formal events were wearing a white pocket square. And in those situations, in those circumstances, it's absolutely okay. It's actually, in a lot of those circumstances, the only option. So that's what also the other people saw. That's also the only way a lot of people saw as possible pocket square. And this probably created some misunderstanding in the usage of the white pocket square. But out of those circumstances, is really a no. Fifth one might sound obvious, but it's not, because when you get into pocket squares, it's like when you get into niche fragrances, you risk to fall into a sort of addiction. So often you wear it more for yourself than considering the situation and if it's okay to wear it and how and which one. So it's absolutely important to remind that in situations like funerals, no pocket square. No pocket square, absolutely. The pocket square creates a sensation of joy, of creativity, of not taking yourself too seriously. So certain circumstances are absolutely not the place for the pocket square. So you got also some kind of tip. If you need to convey sensation of joy, creativity, or similar things, well, pocket square is one of your best allies. Ciao!